Good morning, fellow YouTubers. It's Bjorch94 here again today with some important news from the Apple keynote, which I believe was yesterday, early this morning for Australia. So we've got two iPads coming out. We've got the iPad Air 2 and the iPad Mini 3, and also, if you want to say, a new Retina Display iMac and iOS X10 Yosemite is being released today, which I'm currently downloading on this Mac right now. So I'm doing a separate video on Yosemite, so I'll just show you the new iPads first. I'd help you to click the iPad link, will you? Just give me 2 seconds, it's a bit slow. Okay, so we'll just have a look at the iPad 2 Air first, and then I'll show you the iPad Mini and I'll show you the specs shortly. So it's loading and loading. Oh, it's just stopped itself. We'll refresh it. It's all stopped now, hopefully. Bit slow today, my internet. Been doing repairs on a friend's computer. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me now. Don't do this to me now, computer. It's been a bit of a... Okay, we'll do it again. Hopefully it'll want to load and not be a goose. Okay, there we go. Sorry guys, we're back. Okay. You'll notice how it comes in gold too, and it's got the finger touch capability as well now. So it's 80% thinner, 6.1%. That's how thin it is. That's how much it weighs. Has a better display, 9.7 inch, 2048 by 1536, 3.1 million pixels, 164 pixels per inch. That's the gold one. The gold one looks alright. If I'd buy a new iPad, I'd probably get the gold, but I'm not getting a new iPad until the Mini dies. So you got the finger scanner right there. So it's the same as a 6 Plus, 6 and 5S with the finger sensor capabilities. So it's also improved the camera. So you've got slow-mo, all these slow-mo and different capabilities. So it's going to have a faster Wi-Fi and cellular mode. So with your 3G and 4G modes. So pretty much apps hasn't changed really. But you get some good features with the iOS 8. So you got the family sharing thing where you can have more than one accounts on the more than one iTunes account on the one device, and you got your recents, and also with the features. This will work, I believe, on all iPad models supported on iOS 8. Is you can link them with your iPhone and your Mac and etc. But your Mac needs to be running on Yosemite. Okay, that's pretty much it for that one. That's just a quick overview. I'll show you the Mini now. So I'll just go back. iPad Mini 3. So it's loading. So it hasn't really had much of a design change. If my internet loads up the picture properly, it's coming, guys. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's still very blurry. I don't know why it's very blurry. That one. Oh yeah. So nothing's. The design's pretty much the same since the iPad, the first generation iPad Mini, just except they've added the gold and your finger sensor. So it's got a finger scanner, pretty much. And this is the disappointing thing. It's got the A7 chip in it still. I reckon they should have put an A8 in it. This is my personal opinion. So if you've got an iPad Mini 2, worth the upgrade? Probably not. I'm just going to say that it's probably not worth it. You only get a finger scanner and probably a couple of extra bits of the camera improved, but it's not really worth an upgrade if you got the iPad Mini 2. But if you got an iPad Mini 1 you want to upgrade, or an older, like an iPad 2 or 3, I'd probably say if you want to upgrade to a Mini, iPad Mini 3, go for it. But iPad Mini 2, don't think about upgrading because it's not really worth it. You're not getting much benefits from the features you'll get. Other than that, you just get a finger scanner and pretty much so. It's not really, like I said before, it's not really worth the update. So it's got the same capabilities as the iPad Air 2 or iPad Air. Okay, so now we'll just compare the iPad models so you know the exact details of them. I got the iPad Air 2, which this is on the American website, so it probably costs a bit more in Australia. So it has a fully laminated display, anti-reflective coating, which the other iPads don't. Pretty much not much difference between the iPad Air, sorry, except for the depth. It's a bit less. Weight. iPad Air 2 is a lot lighter, but not much. You probably won't really tell the difference if you picked up the two devices together. You probably wouldn't really tell the difference. Has a Touch ID. The camera hasn't really changed much between the iPad Air and iPad Air 2. But you can take 8 megapixels now, which they should have probably put in the Mini as well. But so this is American carrier, so will be Telstra, Optus, Virgin, Dodo, all the Australian providers. So there's a lot of them. That's your Wi-Fi. So it's pretty much nothing's really changed here. Really, probably improvements to like your LTE and your 3G. Yeah, iPad Mini 3. It's going to be fairly cheaper. I'm surprised they're still selling the iPad Mini. The first one, I thought they would have stopped selling it by now. But yeah. So it doesn't have the fully laminated display or anti-reflective coating like the iPad Air 2. Pretty much the same as the iPad Mini 2, and weight's the same, exactly the same, processor's the same. So I have to say this, I'm quite really disappointed with the iPad Mini 3, to be honest. I think it should have had the same exact features as the iPad Air 2. It should have had an A8 chip in it. It didn't have to have the A8X chip, but it could have had an A8 chip in it at least. It could have had an 8 megapixel camera in there, and it should have had it should have had a fully laminated display, anti-reflective coating. But from what I see, for an iPad Mini 2 user, it's not really worth the upgrade, because you're not getting much for your money if you upgrade to an iPad Mini 3. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but I'm just trying to give you my best review and opinion. I do like the extra colour, and it does have some good features. But if you're an iPad Mini 2 user, you're not really going to get much more for your money, unless if you're an iPad 1 user. Yeah, you probably could upgrade, or an iPad 2 or iPad 3, or even if you're using the very early first generation iPad. So you pretty much got the same here as the iPad Air 2 and the other iPads. Nothing's really. So they're all using nano SIM lightning charger. That's the interesting thing now. There's nothing that has the 30 pin, so that's on its way out. I'll say the 30 pin charger is going to come history soon. But now I'll show you the new Mac. So just give me a few seconds to load it up. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. It feels weird because My Mac's a late 2012, so the design is pretty much the same, but it just has that Retina, that better display in it. You probably wouldn't really notice a difference between if you had the two together, sort of thing, and it's taken its time to load. But I was in for that iPad Mini 3 I felt a bit disappointed with, but hey, what can you do? But I was just thinking that iPad Mini is going to should go for a redesign soon. Okay, that's the Retina Display. It's got 14.7 million pixels and the power to do beautiful things with them. So it's a good image. 4 more pixels. Up to 4 gigahertz. Core i7 processor, so it's going to have a pretty hefty processor in it. It's going to have 3 teraflops of graphics compute to power. Thunderbolt up to 20 gigabytes per second bandwidth. How much is that? Shit, that's going to be quick. I wouldn't be able to use its potential in Australia yet because we're bloody behind the times in the network industry, I'm telling you. So this poor Mac's going to not get used to its full potential over in Australia. People buy it. So it's only come pre-installed with the A70 on there. So the current one that's selling now is going to be with a 21.5 inch and a 27 inch. They're going to go down in price, so they're going to still sell them. I don't know if they're going to produce them anymore, but they've probably got some in stock. But we'll just compare. So the Retina Display iMac will come from about $2,500 almost. So it comes in 27 inch. You get the Apple mouse trackpad, 4 gigahertz, up to 4 gigahertz, up to 7. So nothing's really changed really, but you get a better graphics overall experience. So nothing's really changed against mine really. Gigabit internet, wow. Just looking at this just shows me how far Australia behind we're in the internet world. See, we're never going to use the full potential of a gigabit Ethernet port on the computer. We're never going to use it to its full potential. Probably other places across the world like America and that probably will, but we never will. But it's just, So, the Mac seems not much of a design overhaul, but it's got a better display. And I'm just using, if I was going to get one, I'm probably not going to get one. I'm in no rush. I'm happy with the Mac I've got. I've only had it for just over a year and a half. I had no issues with it. Fairly solid computer. It's always been reliable. And yeah. So, it's probably going to have, it's probably on the pictures doesn't look outdated now, but I don't care. It's that's one thing Macs have. They're very reliable. They're going to last you for years and years to come if you give them the good care. Trust me, you never get that out of the Windows. I've noticed that. That's why I've been using Mac my whole life. So, well, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to end this video, and hopefully you'll subscribe, and I'll give you more info when Apple release new product, like any more new products, and I'll show you installation of your 70 once it's downloaded and installed. So thank you for watching.